Hello, yogis. Welcome back. So, I'm going to start a series of classes inspired by another one of my passions, probably obviously the tarot. And here we have the very beginning of the tarot, the Fool. So, I'm going to go through each card of the Major Arcana. There are 22 altogether, and dedicate one class to the spirit of the archetype. So beginning today with the Fool, I should say this is the Aquarian Tarot deck I'm using. It's, I think, a beautiful deck drawn by David Palladini. So the Fool is the beginning, and I think he's an excellent representative, he or she, an excellent representative of our times. So stepping into the unknown and beginning of a cycle, beginning of a new phase. Often pictured with a white rose symbolizing innocence or purity. And the Fool can dance right past the devil, not bogged down by weighty decisions, but the Fool is also the Fool, and that he can walk right off a cliff. Just doesn't know, he's inexperienced as of yet. So a sense of play, a sense of wonder, a sense of freedom at the Fool, but as we face the unknown. So this practice, I'm going to bring the Fool. Hello. So foolishly, I underestimated the cold today, and I am wearing my ratty paint sweater, and I'm not ready to take it off yet. So we begin. Taking our hands gently to our knees, grounding evenly through the sits bones. Allow your eyes to close. The shoulders relax. Deepen the breath through the body. Let the breath fill into your back of the head and neck open. Space through your mid-back. I'd like to invite you to bring to your practice today a sense of discovery. So even if you're going through motions that you've done many times, find your presence in the moment. Experiencing it as if for the first time, because truly you've never been here before. Taking one more good breath through any tension. The next inhale, let's take the fingers out wide, reaching up overhead, growing up into your heart. Feel that lift, and then an exhale, drawing the hands down to the heart. And a deep breath into Om. We'll pull the fingers back up. Stretching long, turning the palms away. Imagine opening a light, clearing your space, taking any darkness or stagnation, worry down into the floor, and let the head just rest. Back of the neck open. And the hands back to the knees. I'll let my head just shift a little side to side, the chin down to or toward the chest. Weight of the head forward. This might start very small. So if your head is not rolling easily side to side, you can pause. Feel where the tension is really held. Take a breath or two in through that tension. Take your time. Just warming up, waking up. Maybe a little bit of a larger motion, extending. And come right back to center and inhale from the head up, dropping the left ear toward the left shoulder. And walking those fingers out, if you like. I'm on the wrong side. Day of the Fools, walking the right fingers out. So you get a stretch from the fingers all the way up the side of the neck. And we'll just shift other side. Right ear down toward the right shoulder. The left side of the neck open. And we'll take now the left fingers over to the side. Open and breathe. Feel that stretch all the way up into the ear in some cases. Give yourself time and space through the breath. And bring it back to center. And back to the knee. And now imagine a beam of light from the center of the crown all the way up to the sky. And we'll start drawing some little circles on the ceiling. And again, if you have an impasse, somewhere you're holding a lot of tension, just pause and breathe into it. And we'll extend the circle. Make sure you have length through your spine and the back of the neck so you're not compressing the vertebrae of the neck as you move, reversing directions if you haven't already. Slower than you'd even want to move. Really feel your presence in this motion. Draw it gently back to center. If you're up on a block or a blanket at this point, as I am, let's shift that aside and take the right leg out long. Start a side body opening, working the right fingers toward the right foot. Sinking in toward the right elbow, left sits bone connects. We'll come up and over with the left fingers, so maybe you stop right here. Maybe you come lower. Left arm reaching toward the toes with the fingers. Feel that side body opening from the hip through the fingers. We'll draw the big slow arc back, lifting through the left fingers, and the left hand comes down behind and the right palm rising, maybe up onto the left shin. Keep that lift and a little arch back. Only if that feels good to your body. And then the other side, we'll take the left leg out long, the pad of the right foot to the inner thigh, working the left fingers toward the left foot. A little shift down. Inhale, lift right fingers up and over, stretching in the direction of the toes, open into the shoulder and the hip, the ribs. Take a breath here. And we'll stretch it back. Right palm down, left palm rising, maybe coming up onto the right shin. And open again, left side body into the heart. The head drops back and then shifting down. Find your seat. Crossing the legs over. We'll take the hands down in front and shift forward, finding our table position. Fingers spread wide and beginning our cat-cows. Inhale, gaze to the sky. Exhale and round, pulling the heart back through the shoulders. Really feel your knuckles connect. Kneeling back to center. So I'm going to take my scarf off for a little more freedom of motion. I've built some heat through the body. From table, we'll take the hands forward, one palm's length, tuck the toes under and shift the hips back, downward dog, and breathe. So feel all your knuckles connect, pads of the thumbs, outer wrist bones down, opening space across the shoulders, length through the spine. Draw the spine long and the thighs back. Breathing here. Brand new to downward dog. Or as if you're brand new to downward dog, just notice the sensations. The head relaxed. We'll take the right knee and bend it deeply. Breathing space to the back of the left leg and shift. Right heel down. And shift. And dropping into both heels. Now we're going to shift the knees forward a little bit, lengthen through the spine, reach back through the hips, and hovering the knees a little bit. Draw the navel in, opening the toe joints, building some heat, maybe a little bit deeper. And then we'll drop into the heels, take a look forward, and shift the heart through plank position. Shifting the hips back, downward dog. And lifting the right toes up and back. So stretching all the way up, stretching the back of the left leg open, wiggling out the toes, wiggling out the ankle. And taking a look forward. Let's step the right foot forward and through. Rising to the fingertips and lengthen. Reaching all the way up. Squaring the hips forward. We'll ground to the right foot. See if it's possible to step now all the way up with the left knee. Wiggling out the toes, circling the ankle. I'm going to come forward and face you. You stay as you are. If possible, extending that left heel forward and stretch. Edge of the cliff. Be playful, have fun. As we're warming up here, let's shift it back, an airplane pose. Stretching long, reach the shoulders back. Stepping back down, a high lunge position, and rise all the way up. Arching into your heart. Connect through the right heel. All the way down. Palms to the floor. Stepping back, plank position. And shifting the hips back. Downward dog. We'll take the left heel up. Rise, get a good stretch through the back of the right leg. Wiggling out the left toes, left ankle. Keep an even weight through the hands. Taking a look forward, we'll step forward and through. Right knee or left knee directly over the left heel. Find length. And rise, pulling up through the fingers, sinking a little into the right hip. Be playful as you come up. Balancing on the left foot. The right knee up. Hover. Kicking the right heel forward. As much as possible. So maybe the leg's not out totally straight. As far as you can comfortably go. And we're going to shift forward. See if I run into the ceiling here. Take the right heel back. Reach back through the fingertips. With control, take that right toes all the way back, sweeping forward, growing into your heart, and the palms come all the way down. We'll step back, plank position. The right toes come up and back. You need to take the left knee down that spine. We'll take the right toes now all the way back, downward dog, or three-legged dog. Taking the right knee and bending. Stacking the right hip over the left as much as possible. One more deep breath in. Even weight through the hands, a little quiet through the elbows. And then we're going to step the right foot all the way through. A high lunge, sweeping the hands up overhead. And rise the left knee. Bring it up as smoothly as possible. Taking that left heel forward. Hug the navel in. Reaching up through the fingers, shoulders relaxed. Shifting back, airplane pose. Steady your gaze. Stepping back. All the way up. All the way down. Plank position. Hovering now the left toes. Reach forward through the crown. Draw the navel in toward the low spine. Deep breathing. Left toes up and back. And press. The left knee bending. The left hip stacking over the right. Gently breathing into that left hip. Looking forward, stepping forward and through. We'll sweep the hands up. We'll take the weight onto the left foot and shift. And extend. Woo. Full body breath. Taking the thumbs in. Pull it back. Right toes down. Rising all the way up and all the way down. Stepping back, plank position. This time we'll shift the heart forward. And come down through chaturanga if possible. You can use your knees if you have to, all the way to the mat. Pointing the toes back. With an inhale, we'll peel up to Cobra. Very gentle, the hips in touch with the floor, and then exhale, release down. Inhale, maybe a little bit higher, maybe not. Exhale, release down. Inhale, drop the shoulders, lift into your heart. Hold at your gentle edge. And if it feels okay, maybe take a little look over the left shoulder. And find center. And look over the right shoulder. Find center. Shift back. Child's pose. Let it all go. Reach forward through the fingers now. We're going to rise up the table. Shift back. Downward dog. Take a look toward the front of the mat and a step or a hop. Maybe today's a good day to try out a little hop. With an inhale, we'll rise all the way up. And an exhale, hands to heart center. I'm just turning to face you. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, float the heart forward, full body breathing, release. Just hanging over the legs for a moment. Let the back of the head and neck go, and then inhale. We'll rise all the way up, drawing breath through the whole body, breathing with the whole body. Inhale again, palms to the sky, bring it up. Exhale, down. Rising straight legs, flat back and lengthen. Bring some quiet to the knees. And sitting into your chair, we'll hug the navel back, opening across the low back, shoulders relax, even sensations through the heels and the palms. And we'll rise all the way up. And exhale, the hands to the heart. Balancing in mountain pose. Even weight through the heels. Quiet through your feet. Quiet through your knees. The tailbone sinks down. The front ribs tuck slightly. The shoulders release and a lift through your crown. And feel that openness from the base of the spine all the way up that central channel. Everything falling away and open. Grounding now to the left foot. We'll pull the right knee up and in. If you like a little wiggle out of the toes here, feel free. Balance poses. Quiet that left knee. stabilize the left foot as much as you can. We're either going to take the left hand to the right knee or the left hand to the right big toe. Maybe kicking that right leg out, doesn't have to come straight, maybe straight. Hug the navel in a little bit. Taking the right hand forward like you're going to shake hands and then opening out to the right. We're going to open that shoulder and open the body into a twist. So if it feels okay, take the gaze back. Know that that might affect your balance, make it a little more challenging. Be playful. Theme of the day. Take the right hand back with control. We're going to sweep the hands up overhead, hover that foot. This is the edge of the cliff pose, and then taking the heel back and down. Let yourself fold over the legs. Reverse swan dive and rise. Feel a lift into your heart. Exhale, hands come down, and other side. We'll hug the left knee up and in. Either right hand to the left knee or right hand to the left big toes. Give a little squeeze. Maybe heel forward a bit. Maybe that left leg extends. Navel hugs in. We'll take the left hand forward, opening to the left. Feel your shoulder open. Maybe turn the gaze back as well. So experiencing newness, experience playfulness, experience possibility. Take the hands up overhead. And the left heel down. Now let's come all the way down with the hands. So you're going to come into a frog pose, taking the heels in closer, toes turn out a little bit, fingers spread wide. Frog pose. So now we're going to take some moving frogs, I guess we'll call it, with an exhale lifting the hips, dropping the heels. Let the head bow, and with an inhale, lift the heart forward and take the gaze up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time here, let's inhale and hold. Now you can stay here to a toe opener. I'm going to give the option of a crow pose. So this is an arm balance. If you're having wrist problems today, this isn't the posture for you. You can just either stay in frog or step into a squat position. If you want to give this a try, taking the knees up toward the shoulders, give a little squeeze. We're going to shift the weight forward so the arms are supporting the weight of the lower body. Maybe you can pull the toes up off of the floor. If you're nervous about this, you have a tendency to fall forward, you can bring a block to support your brow or just catch you if you need it. Look like this. Alright, so if you've been in crow this whole time, one more good breath in. If you know that it would be safe to try, you can shoot the toes back. That's pretty advanced. You can laugh at me if that's not in your practice today. Let's shift the heart forward, come down through transition. Grow up Cobra or up dog. Shift the hips back, down dog, taking a few breaths of rest. Walk it forward, up to the front of the mat, rise up through the spine and shake the hands out a little bit. If you'd like to do a wrist release, we can take the elbows together, palms together, and turn some figure eights with the hands. Reversing directions, and back the other way. So I'd like to offer an inversion at this point. And because today is the Fool, the Child, I'm going to focus on handstand. So if you're having wrist issues today, you still want to get an inversion and get the blood moving down from the lower body to the upper body. I would say just take your toes up to the sky like this, palms up, or slide a block under your low back. And this can be your inversion. If you'd like to play some handstands with me, we're just going to take a shift of weight onto the hands. And to get this going, we're going to pick a kick leg, a swing leg. So the hands come down to the floor. If you have very powerful kick, you might want to find a place where you have a wall behind you before you come all the way up, or just maybe don't kick to your fullest extent. So to begin, we're going to isolate the legs. The right leg is going to swing, left leg kicks, or as you like, or whichever leg you like, that is. So first, the swing leg is going to swing, 2, 3. So the left leg didn't do anything there. The right leg did all the work. Now the left leg kicks, the right leg's just going along for the ride. Whew, it's a lot of work. You can build up a sweat just doing that. Putting the legs together, we're going to swing and kick at the same time. Be aware, you're going to have a lot more power lifting towards handstand. So if you know you can't come into a full back bend, you're not trusting yourself to roll out, make sure you have a wall behind you before you swing and kick at the same time. But this is a great exercise, a great way to get a shift of weight onto the hands and start to trust your hands to support you. So you try the other side as well. Swing, 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 and then kick, kick, kick. Play with it. Have fun. As you're ready, let's take the hands alongside the body. If you're on your back, you can just breathe there for a few more breaths. Whew, catching your breath. Let it go. If you're in this child's pose, let's take the hands together behind the body. Reach the fingers up toward the sky, the shoulders move a little closer together, and we'll shift back onto the heels. Sweep the hands up overhead. If you need to come into a cross-legged position because it's more comfortable, feel free. Otherwise, we'll just take a little twist here. The right hand to the left knee, outside of the left knee. Inhale, find length. Exhale, pull it back. The gaze, and then bringing out down the spine. Long deep breath of release. Inhale, we'll float it through. Lift to the heart. And exhale. Other side. Right fingers come down behind. Lift to your edge. Keep that lift as you turn to your twist. And release. Back to center. Let's shift over to the right hip. Sweep the legs around. Shift forward. Coming down to the back. So we'll hug the knees in toward the body. Give a little squeeze. A little rock side to side. Taking the left leg out long, hug the right knee in close. If it feels good, hovering the left heel, draw the nose toward the knee. And release. Switching sides, hugging the left knee in and pull it close. Slow the breath. One more deep inhale. If it feels good, we'll hover that right heel, draw the nose toward the knee. And release sit down. Let's take the pads of the feet to the floor and shift the knees a little side to side. Nice and slow. Find center, draw the knees up. Either take hold of the shins and pull the legs toward the outsides of the body, or take hold of the outer blades of the feet, draw the knees down in the direction of the floor. And maybe wherever you are, shift side to side, releasing the back, the head relax. Maybe it rolls with you. Maybe in opposite directions, giving a little neck stretch at the end here. And if it feels good, we'll extend one leg. Extend the other leg. Maybe extending both legs. And taking any last motions or poses or postures you'd like before Shavasana. If you are ready, finding your way into your comfortable, relaxed position. The palms up, the toes flap out to the sides, the shoulders walk down a little bit away from the ears, back of the neck is long. Maybe you want some socks or a warmer shirt or a blanket. Let it all go. Quiet eyes, quiet throat, quiet heart and belly, and hips and knees, and ankles and toes. And then feel the trusting connection of your body to the earth. Feel a floating sensation as you continue to release. As the earth accepts your weight, I'd like you to continue to relax in Shavasana for as long as it suits you today. I guess my message with the Fool is that we're all the Fool right now. We're all stepping into the unknown. Hope this has been a fun and playful practice, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.